ends there, okay. So first of all, you guys see a stick behind me. Finally got a bat top on the Silent Hori Hayabusa because they were selling the Qanba Prism bat tops. So I thought I'd try one out. Finally gave me an excuse to buy a bat top for this whole thing because I love this arcade stick. I just rarely use it because it had a ball top. But that's not the main event, right? That is one piece of little arcade stick hardware. The RAF 4's true form, yeah, finally, right? It's got a bat top, finally. So it's finally like it's one of the boys now. You know what I'm saying? That's when it becomes one of the boys. I'm gonna just throw something on over here so my brightness isn't so high, right? No cord assorting wall. Yeah, no, I don't have like a bunch of my arcade stick collection. It's like very well kept. But what you guys are, look, you saw the notification, or you saw the stream title, or you saw the stream notification on Twitter. I'm sorry, not Twitter. Instagram, where I posted a picture of me holding this box because I got a new arcade stick. An arcade stick. It finally came in. It took like 14 or 15 days. It took a little bit because they shipped it kind of late. What came before the RAF 4? There was one that wasn't the RAF 4. It was the man, you're asking the tough question. It's can't remember the name of it, but there was a stick that came out on PS4 before the RAF 4 from Hori, and I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. I just right off the top of my head. Anyways, this is the Qanba Q8RAF, right? This is one of the new arcade sticks that Qanba came out with in the last few years. It unfortunately is not PS5 compatible. For anyone who's like, oh look, Beanie's reviewing a new stick. Finally, it's been so long. It has been so long. This is a $200 arcade stick. $200 for this bad boy, not the box. The actual arcade stick inside of it. Also, this box is empty. Don't let this box fool you. Don't worry. There's nothing in that. But we already have the arcade stick out. That's why I said it's a fake unboxing. We'll talk about some of the things that came in the box. We'll even grab the stick real quick. This thing is heavy. This thing is heavy. This is like 9 pounds, like 8.4, like 8.3 pounds. It's ridiculously heavy. There's a big metal plate in here. It didn't come with this nice fancy aluminum bat top and shaft cover and dust washer, but I put it on, right? It came just with standard black bat top, black shaft, black shaft cover, and dust washer, right? A plastic one, but I changed them out for these. This is a fully silent arcade stick. This arcade stick has Qanba's newest parts that are very high quality. The KS gravities, the gravity KS buttons, which are snap-ins instead of the original screw-in style buttons, and the Sanwa gravity Omron lever, right? There's two versions of this lever. There's like a Cherry MX lever, and there's an Omron lever. And I believe that the fully silent version of the stick does come with the Omron version, which is great because these buttons have the Omron switches in them, so it makes perfect sense. Why not just use the same switches for both your lever and your stick? Now, let's just do a little sound test. Let's do a lever test. You're not going to hear anything, by the way. You're not going to hear shit. It's very quiet, right? Even with the metal things on top of it, it is going to be a little quieter than your average arcade stick. It still has like the 1 pound spring, very standard spring on this arcade stick. Nothing special about the lever itself, right? Other than being silent. It still feels roughly the same, right? You can't really feel the switches as well. Or you don't hear the switches, so it might be a little weirder for people who are coming from like Sonic levers and are used to the switches. We'll get into that in a second. And the buttons, they feel really nice. I think the buttons actually feel like super solid for them being quiet buttons. The KS's actually feel better than the original gravities. I have 2 sticks with the original sets of gravities, and the gravities have been some of my go-to buttons. They've been some of my favorite buttons, and I think the KS outdoes them. I legitimately think the KS buttons are significantly better. These KS buttons are not like the KS buttons you can find on the websites, like Arcade Shock and like Amazon, if they're on there. I believe they're on Amazon, because these are the KS LED RGB buttons. And we'll go ahead and show you guys how that's going to work here in a second. So the door, I guess we'll get to that, right? Bottom of the arcade stick, got a nice bottom covering on it. I already took off the warranty sticker. Don't mind me. There's no reason why I'm going to be able to keep it. The bottom of the arcade stick has it's like a really nice, like real thick felt bottom. Like it's not felt, it's like a plastic or like a rubber. So this shit is gonna take your pants off faster than like this is gonna take your pants off faster than it's gonna fall off your lap, more than likely, right? Who is this? That's right, white boy. I've never seen you before. You've never been in here. Hello. That's a weird name to just say. Interesting. It's not Jason. It can't be that guy. That guy was funny. Anyways, let's go ahead and plug this bad boy in. The door's on the side right here. All of the cord wraps up in there. This is not, unfortunately, a detachable cable. I think I've grown used to arcade sticks that don't have detachable cables, and they're probably a good thing, right? I think the downside of detachable cables is that sometimes you lose said cable, and if it's not a very standard style cable, if it's proprietary, it gets lost, right? It gets lost. You got to buy a new one. You got to find a new one. You got to order a new one through the website or through the carrier, and it does get kind of obnoxious if you are a tournament player, right? Because if you lose your cable in tournament, you're in another city, you're in another state, you're in another country potentially, losing a cable that could be very proprietary to the stick, just like my TE2 back there, right? I have a TE2, I don't have the original cable because I let someone borrow my TE2 and they lost the cable. I had to buy me a new one. Luckily, the cables were still in production by the original company. That is no longer the case, right? If I lose that TE2 cable, I'm buying a third-party cable 100%. I have to. I don't have a choice. Let's go ahead and give it a plug-in. Lovely. You guys hear that? You guys heard that, right? Hold on. I think that might be on. The sound from that might be on. I hope it's not. Okay, so the stick's now plugged in. I talked about them being fancy schmancy LED buttons. But you know what I didn't talk about? I didn't talk about the fact that the buttons actually... Somebody shoot that guy, by the way. He's looking for attention. He's naming people I know in real life. Just somebody shoot him, please. So the buttons actually show you what they are once you plug it in, right? And it has 3 different modes. It has PCX, PCD, right, which is direct input. Thanks, Creeper. Appreciate that. Get cooked, nerd. See you later. And this is going to show you your basic like X, square, triangle, circle, R2, L2, L1, L1, right? Hey, what's up, Trey? And then I think this is considered AS, which is like Android simulator or something, right? I don't know what AS actually fully stands for, but it has like the Switch labels, right? It has, I wish I could show you guys. It's very shiny. It's very shiny. It's got like ZL, ZR, LR, X, YXBA. So this is very much Switch styled. I don't know if it works natively on the Nintendo Switch or anything, but it does have the Switch prompts for the buttons, right? So let's go back over to PCX, which is what we want to be on. X input is like the most direct form of input for most games. It's going to register as like an Xbox One controller, an Xbox 360 controller, and that's exactly what we want for this bad boy. A lot of games actually don't work with direct input anymore. Right. So let's go ahead and hit the LED button. So this is what happens when you hit the LED button. It turns on the fancy schmancy LEDs. Yes, you guys can see me. Hello, that's me in there. Yeah, you can see the fancy schmancy LEDs in here. There's a whole lot of different modes, right? So we go through, now we're on a mode where it's going to go ahead and start slowly blinking, right? It's going to get real dim, and then it goes all the way back up to max brightness. And you can turn that speed up. You can turn that speed right up. Boom, now it's doing it faster, right? With this cool fancy LED wheel. And that's also going to be how you change the colors, but we'll get into that in a second. The next one now, the buttons just rotate. The buttons rotate and the stick rotates. Just moves on its own. Your opponent's not reading your buttons, reading your inputs. It's just how it works, right? This is one of the other modes. Once again, you can change the colors of the buttons, so you don't have to have this stuck on green. You can have it blue, you can have it yellow, you can have it whatever color on the RGB spectrum that is allowed on this arcade stick, and there's a lot. Right? It's got full RGB. We'll go over to the next one. This one is I'm a big gamer mode. I like my LED RGB RAM. I like my LED RGB fans in my computer. I want an arcade stick that looks like unicorn puke, right? This is the unicorn puke mode. And once again, same deal. You can speed up that unicorn puke like you're going to a fucking rave. Or you can slow it down. If you're feeling more of a, mellow vibe, chill mood, you want it to go a little slower for you. But when you're in these modes, unfortunately, there's something that doesn't happen, right? These buttons just light up, nothing changes. But if we go over to, this is the full LED mode where nothing changes too, right? And you can change the colors. I'll show you after. But the next mode, the mode that I wanted to show you guys, this is the mode that I probably would leave it on. I think this mode's really sick. When you press the button, it actually turns off the LED. When you press the button, the LED turns off, right? And it doesn't look like there's any ghosting. Looks like it's very good at catching when you press the buttons, which I think is super cool. Same thing with the joystick, right? So if I press down, the down will turn off. You see that? Let me move my hand. If I press forward, boom, the forward turns off. If I press down forward, boom, the down forward turns off, right? So if you're doing like a full circle, you can see the spectrum of them disappearing for like a split second, which is really sick to me. I guess we'll go back to the one mode that lets you see all the colors, right? Cattail stream, yeah, it's Terra. It's Terra. I could put hand cam on if you guys want to see Terra. I don't know where it's at. Let me see. She's on my lap. I hope it doesn't like show her butt or anything. It's just gonna show her butt. I'm not gonna put it on. Fuck this goofy stick stream. Yeah, can you sit down, Tara? Thanks. I don't. If she was facing the other way and it wouldn't have just showed her butt, I would absolutely show you guys. So the way that you change the LED, it's actually very simple. Thank you for the knowledge, Beanie. Really like seeing you enjoy. Really like enjoying you. You seem like you really enjoy teaching everyone. I do like teaching stuff. I like letting people know how things work that I understand. Because sometimes I don't understand things. Sometimes I try not to talk out of my ass. That's my favorite thing. That's why a lot of things that I talk about are experience, just like this arcade stick, right? The first impression, right? I did mess with it a little bit during my lunch break at work, and it feels great. I really like the buttons. I like this ledge here. I like how this works. This little slant so that you can you have a nice little wrist rest. It is the Vuelix layout, which is unfortunate for a lot of people, including myself. I love the Noir layout, but this basically matches everything on my setup. My whole setup is black and green. So I figured I may as well give the stick a shot, give it a try. I can change the buttons out to whatever other colors I want if I wanted to. And it's also fully silent, and I love silent arcade hardware. Silent arcade hardware is some of my favorites to review and some of my favorites to talk about, because what you want is you want the silent parts to emulate, to act as close to regular arcade parts as possible while being silent, right? You don't really want like a nasty, mushy feel. You still want that snappy feel of the Samo button, of the Hori Hayabusa, of the Senmitsu button. You want that snappy feel, but you also want silence, right? Sometimes you don't want to wake the wife or the kids or the mom and dad who are supporting you because being a millennial is fucking hard, right? So because of that, or you don't want your opponent to hear buttons in a tournament set, whatever. I don't really think that matters. But if that is the case, then bada bing, bada boom. These buttons are very quiet, and so is this lever. They will not hear you turning that butter to use those Potemkin busters and those Zangief SPDs and things like that, which I think is super cool. Onto the LED mode, since I talk too much. So what you do, it's actually really simple. You just hold down the button you want to change, and then you mash the LED wheel down. You see how now it's changing color? I think that was white. Let's go back. Hey, yo, they got white. That's sick. And it stays on that color, right? So you can set these buttons to whatever color you want individually. I think that's actually really sick, because a lot of people want to maybe emulate a certain style of controller, right? They want to make this, have the GameCube controller button. So they're going to do white here. They're going to do white here. They're going to do whatever A and B is red, right? Red and my brain turned off for a second. Red and green. Thanks. Or they're going to do the Xbox colors, which would be A as green, B as red, X is blue, and Y is yellow, and then the rest white. I don't know, right? That's the coolest thing about the LEDs in this stick, is you can make the LEDs become whatever color you want them to, right? It goes fully through the spectrum. I'm trying not to cover any colors. That was violet. That was a deeper purple. This is more like a magenta, right? And then there's deep purple, like royal purple. There's violet, blue violet, hard blue right there. Look at that, boom. And go back down to baby blue, and then back around to green. Let's get it back to the same green so we were matching. There we go. And you have the full spectrum of RGB for every single button in every mode. Once you set buttons in a certain mode, I don't really want to go through the trouble of doing it right now, but I did check it. If you set buttons in a certain mode, and then you do the modes, right? So say you do this mode, right? When it gets to the buttons, it will align them to the colors that you've already set them to in the full glow mode. They will align to that. You can do the same thing to the lever as well. I believe you can also change these. You press the direction you want to go, and then same thing. You press in the color LED wheel, and you scroll until you find the color you're looking for. Luckily for me, I was fully expecting it to be green, and I want to stick it on green. But there is one other feature. I guess I could talk somewhat about the buttons up at the top real quick, right? The control panel, as it were. The control panel up here. We have the wheel for the PCD, PCX, and AS. We have home, turbo, L3, R3, which is really nice. Left stick, right stick, and directional pad. Another slider right here for that, or right here rather. And then we also have select LED and select an LED, right? And then the LED color wheel. This thing has basically everything you need except the touchpad, and it doesn't have a touchpad because it's not actually compatible with console natively. This bad boy is going to be native with PC and PS3. But because it's natively compatible with PS3, you can actually buy a Brooks converter, the PS4 Wingman converter. I think the PS5 Wingman converter is going to be coming out as well soon. With those two converters, you should be able to use this on PS4 and PS5. I won't know for certain on the PS5 one. Okay, I'm going to be quite honest with you. I won't know for certain on the PS5 one until the converter comes out and I buy it myself. It'll be 40, 50 bucks. If it works, put on a Zen video saying that it worked. I'll be like, hey, it worked. If you like this arcade stick and you want to buy it, but you're a console player, buy it and spend an extra 40 bucks, $250 for a cool black and green RGB LED stick. But it comes with a caveat of course, not being natively supported. If you're a PC player, right out of the gate, this is a great stick. It comes with a lot of the parts that a lot of people sometimes end up changing into, right? If you end up changing into from Sanwa, from Hori, from Seimitsu, from Korean parts to silent parts, it's gonna cost you a pretty penny more, right? So you buy like a nice $200 arcade stick and you're like, I don't want these silent parts, I want quiet stuff. You're gonna be looking at spending another $80 on quiet parts. Believe me, I would know. I have a lot of arcade sticks back there with silent parts and with customized parts that weren't native, that weren't stocked with what came on the stick, and it does get a little pricey. The innards of the stick, very basic. Doesn't look like there's a lot of room for an additional PCB in here. I would open it on camera, but it's kind of hard to do while talking, right? I do these one take. I don't have like B-roll or anything. I probably have, maybe I have like a picture. Thing's heavy. It's very heavy. There's actually a metal plate inside of it, and I think the reason why it's so heavy is because of that metal plate. Without it, it would probably feel like less of a premium product, which is kind of unfortunate. That plate makes it feel so expensive, but it also is a big part of why it has weight to it. So I can actually show you guys the insides right now on my phone, unfortunately. So let's see if my camera will chill. Light exposure? No? Damn, it's too bright. Maybe I could turn my camera down and still show you guys. I really don't want to have to open the stick again. I'm going to be quite honest. There you go. Can you guys see the insides of the stick? There I am. I'm trying to not angle it so you guys can't see me. There we go. There's the insides of the stick. And there's the metal plate on the bottom, right? That's the best I can show you, unfortunately, because I don't feel like opening it right here, right now. There is a few things that come with it in the box before we move on to like play testing it, turning on the lab cam, just playing a little bit, mashing some buttons before we get into actually gaming tonight. Comes with two adapters. Right out of the box. Two adapters, one for, because this does have Android simulator or Android input or Android, whatever it would be called, Android station, I don't know. It comes with two adapters, one micro USB and one USB-C, and you plug these into your phone or into your tablet, and then you plug your stick, and if your stick doesn't have USB-A, I'm sorry, if your tablet or phone doesn't have USB-A, and it'd be weird if it did. It also comes with this nice little cloth. You can clean it off. This stick is very, very shiny. So this cloth is a big help. I'm actually gonna put the stick up here so you guys can stick that on my lap. So unfortunately, I can't like put it on my lap and have the hand cam on right now because she doesn't want to fucking move. Tara is super rude. Yeah. So this is just a regular cloth that you would use to like wipe your glasses off, which I probably need to use right now. There's something on this lens and I can't get it off. It also comes with. I'm not sure what this is. Honestly, it's in another language that I don't know. So I won't lie to you. I don't know what this is, but it does come with the English instruction manual, which is really nice, right? So it lets you know all the things that I basically told you, and there's probably a few other things in here that I didn't mention that are pretty important. Bright side, if you're not trying to change out the stick, if you're just trying to change out the ball top, you can actually use this. You just unscrew this, and this little flat, that's basically a flathead. So you just use that flathead to hold the bottom, and then you can screw off the oops. You can screw off the top and change it out for something else. But if you need to get into the stick for the last thing that it comes with, unfortunately, you do have to void your warranty because there's supposed to be a warranty sticker right here. I already peeled it off because I've already gotten into the stick, as you guys saw, and I hope I never need to use a warranty because I'm pretty good at messing with my sticks whenever something happens. So it comes normally stock with a square gate out of the box. But it also comes with a circle gate for the Qanba gravity lever. Not an octo, not a rectangular, not a triangular prism, whatever other weird shit you kids are using these days. Purple. Comes with circle or square. So if you're not a fan of circle or square, maybe order the version of this one version down that comes with the standard Sanwa lever, and then you can change that out to an octogate if you would like to, right? You won't have the silent lever, unfortunately, but you will still have the cool LEDs on the side, and you will still have the silent buttons, right? You could always change out that Sanwa, that regular Sanwa for a silent Sanwa if you want to, like 60 bucks, 70 bucks, kind of expensive. Like I said, adding silent parts to a stick does start to get a little pricey. So them throwing in their Qanba Gravity silent lever for only $10 more or $20 more than getting the Sanwa edition of this with the Qanba Gravity silent buttons. Seems like a steal, right? But you do lose some of the customization because unless you want to Dremel this and turn it into an octogate, you're not going to have an octogate. You might be able to 3D print one, but I don't think that there's actually an octogate version of the Qanba Gravity lever right now. I believe it only comes in 2 production models. It comes with both, even if you buy the lever separate, and it's on Arcade Shock's website. So if you want to go take a look, feel free. Arcade Shock is actually where I bought this arcade stick from. They were at Texas Showdown as well this past weekend. They sell a lot of amazing products. This is not sponsored by Arcade Shock in any way, but I do use them a lot. It kind of pissed me off taking so long to get this to me. But regardless, it's a great product. and I got it, so I can't be too upset. That's basically everything that's in the box, right? Everything that's in the box. How do I feel about it? I feel like it's a pretty nice arcade stick, especially having the parts that I already enjoy, right? I'm a big fan of Qanba parts. I'm a big fan of silent parts. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that it only comes with, or I guess there's two things, right? Two things depending on how you feel about customization. The customization in this stick is very much so limited to the buttons, lever, and unless you want to get real fucking creative, the RGBs. You actually kind of can't change out the artwork. For anyone who's going to ask in the comment section, no one's made an artwork yet. No one's made a new bezel yet, right? So you're stuck with the 3 bezels that come with the arcade stick. I actually don't even know how to take the bezel off. I didn't see anywhere to unscrew the bezel to switch it to another color, right? There's a brown one, there's a red one that Qanba specifically makes for their SR and GR versions, but you cannot change the artwork as far as I know. Fuck you, Creeper. As far as I know, until they come up with something, there's not really a good way to change this artwork. Now, unfortunately, let me show you guys Tara. She looks so cute. Hold on. Turn on my hand cam real quick so you guys can see her. Look at her. Look at her. She looks so comfy, doesn't she? She's so cute. Tara, unfortunately, I have to move you. I hope that's okay. She's living her best life. Look at her. Oh my gosh, she's adorable. That cat should be stick art. She is a work of art. She's a masterpiece. She is beautiful. She's also a bitch. She's really mean. But like, it's so pretty. All right, so let's go press some buttons in some video games for a little bit. Like the next I don't know, 5 or so minutes, 10 or so minutes. Let's go press some buttons real quick. Pause this. Pause this. We're gonna get into some games. We're gonna press some buttons, and then we're gonna come right back and give like a quick wrap up. I was supposed to pause that. I was supposed to pause that. My bad. Oops. Okay, so. Calico cats have personalities of their own. Yeah, she's also a tortoiseshell calico, so she's like reverse calico. Instead of being mostly white, she's mostly like me. By that I mean black. Anyways, go to the live screen. Oh, you guys can still see her. Okay, Tara. Tara, I'm sorry. Oh, also, I guess probably move this, right? Or make it smaller? Make it smaller. Now, let's put these two side by side. My hand cam and my face cam. Let's put these two side by side. Why the fuck are they not the same size? That's so weird. Maybe we stretch our regular cam? Our cam? Maybe we stretch this one. Whoa. They're still not the same size, but that's as good as it's gonna get. Let's go ahead and turn on some Guilty Gear. Let's do a combo real quick. Hey Bean, hey, what's up? I gotta move this cat. I feel so bad. He's gonna fucking hate me. It's gonna take a while. Guilty Gear takes forever to. Oh, she already knew? Nope, she was just getting more comfortable. Okay, Tara, you gotta get off. I should probably put the stick down at the same time. This is supposed to be hand cam, not crotch cam. You guys trying to see my junk? Whoa! Whoa! Don't look. I gotta put the stick there. There we go. Ask nicely? Ask her to move nicely? Absolutely not. She's fucking mean. She's so mean to people. Absolutely. She's mean to the other cats, too. Like you said, calico cats have a mind of their own. And her mind says, wake up every day to hate. Her mind says, wake up every day to hate, for real. Okay, so let's see if it just works natively. We haven't had any issue with it so far. Yay. The lighting down here is gonna be a little different because of course I have a light up here, but I don't have a light under my desk, guys. So it's gonna be darker. I'm sorry, but you know that's actually a really good thing because it lets the buttons be brighter. So now you guys might be able to actually see when the directions turn off and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Let's get into the game and just press some buttons. We're not doing anything crazy. Oh, it's on right stick. Let's move it over to left. Perfect. Let's just go in to the combo trials and pick like, I don't know, basic Nago combos or something, and then do Nago's combos. Yeah, we'll just do like 1 or 2 combos. Nothing special. Obtain 5 combo recipes. Tara how RKOing the other cats. No, she just like hits them. She doesn't like body slam. She doesn't like choke slam. She doesn't like close. Like no, she just hits them. She's just mean. I'm gonna turn a little bit so you guys can see the full effect of the stick. Let's see what we got here. Play sample. Let's play demo. What is this? Oh, that's really easy. What the fuck? Sure, I'll give it a shot. Oh, oops. Wait, why are my buttons wrong? My buttons are wrong. Fucking weirdo. I guess I let someone must have been playing. Ew. What the fuck are people? Ew. People are weird, bro. I'm never letting anyone use my PC at locals ever again. We're gonna try this again. So it's. Why did he trade? What do you mean? Was I too far? Maybe I was too far. Wow, actually, because I didn't leave a big enough gap. What do you mean? So, unfortunately, I can't get this one. Oh, I can't get it. That's fucked up because I do this shit online all the time. This is like the very normal Nago counter hit situation. See, and now he's trying to mash through. Fucked up. And he was mashing through that whole time. It just never came out. Let's go to the next one. Maybe we'll just get a combo. Yeah, let's just get a combo. Practice combo instead of start combo. I don't care. Like, that's not the point. The point is, I'm missing my counter hit. We should probably talk about that. Counter hits is something that is pretty important in modern fighting games. Hey, oh, it is working. Okay. Do you guys see it flashing when I press up? I'm seeing that, right? Cool. Close slash, close slash. Far, wait. Close, far, man normal, Shizuri Yuki. Okay. Let's watch it. That's so much Y, bro. It's just pressing Y over here. And then it's just all three in. Yeah, that looks easy enough.
My abyss!
That looks easy enough.
Take you!
Okay. Sure, we'll try it. Hey, Depth Switch, thanks for the follow. I gotta get closer, though. Oops, wrong button. Well, you know. It feels fine. I promise I'd probably be dropping this shit. Even if I was on a stick that I was more comfortable with. Nice video on the antagonist. Thanks. I appreciate that. I personally don't believe we should be crying about the antagonist. I'll say that now. Because, like, if other things can do it, why not let Arcade Stick do it too, you know? I have to start that really early. I'm just going to start that over. This one's fun because it's like super easy, but it's just timing based. That's all it is. I'd like to try it. Yeah. Like, I don't want to have to cut a hole in my stick, but it'd be really cool to try an antagonist for sure. 100%. I'm just ass. Okay. I swore I saw the motion for it. It's up there. It's right there. What the? I got cooked. Fucked up. I've never seen this combo either. What was wrong with the old stick? Absolutely nothing. I'm just addicted to arcade sticks. Yeah, you have to do that really fast. It works. I just got it. I've gotten it twice. I don't know if you noticed, there's a whole shelf of sticks behind me. Like, I'm not like dying for arcade sticks, but I have too many. I have a lot. I think this is 10. This is number 10. And I want to review one of the Qanba PS5 sticks this year. Hopefully I can get my hands on one, get around to it. They did not reach out to me or respond to my DM or email about getting a review unit. So, of course, we're too small for that, but not too small to try it out ourselves and talk about if we think it's a good product or not, like I'm doing with this one. So, hold on one second. I gotta close out Guilty Gear. We did a little bit of Guilty Gear. Let's go press some buttons in Soul Calibur. I wish we had the Street Fighter 6 crack specifically so I could do Street Fighter 6 combos on this, but I also don't want to be called out for having the crack. So I don't have the Street Fighter 6 crack. I don't have it. I know how to get it, but I don't have it. Don't worry, I'm not trolling. I legit don't have it. I promise. I promise. And Cam is definitely a sweet addition.
Soul Calibur.
All right, let's take a look at doing a little bit of caliber combos. The one thing about this arcade stick is, right, it doesn't click when you're rotating around. It doesn't click. So because it doesn't click, it is going to be a little weird if you're used to relying on feeling and hearing those clicks. These are very smooth switches for the lever and the buttons, which I don't personally hate, but if you are new to silent parts, they're going to be really weird for you. So I guess we'll pick one of the characters we know pretty well.
Zasalamel. Wise choice.
Who do we beat up? Who do we beat up? Beat up Ivy. She deserves it, right?
This in no time.
I should probably move further this way, right? So you guys can actually see me pressing buttons. There we go. My bad. I was like too far away so you guys couldn't actually see the button presses. Now you guys can see them, right? So as I press it, it turns off. There's another mode actually where they're all off. And as you press them, the buttons turn on. You see? So those are both really cool modes. Same with the lever. Right, those are both really cool modes. I think that these are probably like two of the coolest modes when it comes to this arcade stick, like the LEDs and stuff. Once again, you can change the color. I already talked about that. You just like press the button, press the color wheel, and you'll be able to see it. So we'll do reverse. Okay. Yeah, quarter circle is just fine. Let's do one of the, like the back things. I think that's a harder one. Hold up. I think that's a harder one. Oh yeah, see that one is harder. I can get it. It's not the stick, it's me. I'm playing along. Yeah. I think I have to jump over her later because she's so tall. Maybe I just can't get it on her. Oh shit, is she just too fucking tall? Yeah, she's just too tall. Unfortunately, I can't do that combo. Let's try one of the funny ones. It requires having to put on the guard crush setting. Sure, we'll go max guard crush. Just before guard crush, and make her block. Make her block. Feels fine. Feels absolutely okay, right? It is a little jarring when you come from non-silent parts. Like it's very weird to get used to silent parts, but I don't think they're bad. Right? I'm a big fan of Qanba's take on silent parts. I think they've done a good job. This is the first time I've actually got to try the lever. Right? I've never actually got to try the Qanba gravity lever until now. But big fan. I'm dropping this because I don't know. I haven't played it. I gotta get the just turn release one. Nice. Yeah, it seems fine. Not having like clear notifications on my movement, right? As someone who knows clicky arcade sticks very well, this is a little strange. But I mean, my main stick is like a Hori Hayabusa silent lever, which also makes no noise. Not have like clicky responsive switches. It actually uses like an optical lever, like a magnet or something. So this is right at home. If you are new to silent parts, it will feel very weird for like a little bit. It'll at least feel weird for like just a smidgen, right, until you get used to it. But once you get used to it, it is still a square gate, right? So you're gonna be able to do a lot of the same things that you would do using a square gate. And the buttons are still regular 30mm buttons, but instead of having like the regular little tiny baby Sanwa switch inside of it, they're gonna have full big, I think they're gray, full big gray Omron switches. I believe they're the Omron switch variant. I actually haven't opened them to find out. They feel just like the other Qanba gravity buttons, except a little more like tactile. They feel stronger. Like the other ones felt a little, just a little gummy. These feel perfect. I think these are some of the best buttons I've ever felt, actually. And it's weird because they're silent, but I'm a big fan of these. These feel nice. Hey, I messed that up. Feels good. Feels great.
What?
Check out my movement. Damn. That was nice. That was really good, especially for a stick that's all silent parts. I have to preface that. Silent parts are so expensive. So getting a PC stick with LEDs, with silent parts, with just like it's not console compatible, right? If you want a console compatible stick and you're looking at $250 arcade sticks, $300 arcade sticks, if you're looking at something from Qanba that's console compatible, that's not the drone. Hey, what up, honey? How you doing? So if you're looking at something that's not the drone, right? That's a console compatible arcade stick from Qanba, you're gonna be looking at the Titan, which is $250, so already more expensive than this bad boy, and it doesn't have RGB LEDs. It's actually very boring. It's a very fucking boring arcade stick, right? This has RGB LEDs, like very cool, and you can change the colors, make whatever you want. I just fucking like green. I'm a black and green gamer, I guess. I don't know when it happened. I guess I like Monster Energy. Someone sponsor me. But and then the next step up is $300 in the Qanba Obsidian 2. That thing is $300 or $320 if you find it on Amazon instead of finding it on Qanba's website or Arcade Shock, right? Very expensive arcade sticks. If you do not need the console compatibility, if your locals runs on laptops and PCs and you have your laptop and you take that with you to events and things like that, maybe, just maybe give this stick a shot. I think that for $200, I'm not upset about how much I paid for this stick. I thought maybe I wasn't going to be a fan of maybe them hiding these buttons. Victor's with the crazy price. Yeah, the $400 arcade stick that's just a super, it's basically like the Lamborghini of arcade sticks. Those sticks are very expensive, right? This is half the price of that. That does also have RGB, but it only has like RGB for like the sides, like the Qanba Obsidian 1, and for like the button names, right? The X, Y, A, B, L, R, LT, whatever, right? Things like that. I like the stick a lot. I'm a big fan. Not only because it has silent parts in it, but because the body is really nice. It's a really nice, sturdy body. Unfortunately, not the Noir layout, but I think the Vuelix is probably the more common layout. So if you're playing on an arcade stick, you might want to at least get used to a Vuelix layout, because if you ever forget your stick, guess what? You're playing on someone else's. If you're playing on someone else's, you're getting a fucking Vuelix layout. You did it yourself? Got the stick? Yes. Qanba did not send me this stick, unfortunately. I've never had an arcade stick sent to me by any company. Buttons? Yes. Lever? Yes. Stick? No full arcade stick. So inside, I think I talked about this earlier. This stick has a lot of weight. It's 8.3 pounds. I want to just preface that real quick. 8.3 pounds. And the reason why is because there's a metal plate inside. If you're on the back, got this nice rubber bottom. I think I've already talked about this before, but I'm just going over some of the key points again. A bunch of different RGB LED modes, LED color switching individually per button. Very nice side hats that you can fit all sorts of things in right here. Let me go ahead and point that towards the camera. All sorts of things you can fit inside of this side hatch right here. Really nice. I guess I could put it up there too. You can see it up here. Yeah. I like this stick. For $200, I don't regret my purchase. If console compatibility is something that you need and you're playing mostly on PS4, another $40 if you really like this stick, and you can get yourself a Brooks Wingman converter that will turn this into a PS4 stick because it natively already works on PS3. When the PS5 converter comes out, as long as it allows native PS3 support to turn into native PS5 support with the adapter, you'll also be able to use that. We don't know for certain, but that's the dream, and I'll definitely try to get a hold of one of those adapters as soon as they come over to the West. I don't actually believe they're in the East either right now. I think they come out in May, so in a few more weeks. I'll try to get my hands on one of those and play on a PS5 at my locals, because I think one of the guys at my locals has a PS5. We are almost exclusively now a laptop scene, right? We have a Steam Deck. One of us has a Steam Deck. 3 of us have laptops. So I think more than likely, it's not going to be a problem for me. It might be a problem for you when it comes to your local area. It might be a problem for you for traveling for events. But if you want something cozy to play out on the couch or play out in your little office or stream room, if you have one of these, if you're cool like me, then I think this is a great purchase. This is a nice little arcade stick. Great. Anyways, it's been a really long video. I'm not going to cut it down. You guys just have to deal with really long arcade stick videos for me, but you already know that because you've probably clicked on one of my videos before. So please, if you clicked on this video, you should also click like on this video. If you've watched one of my videos but didn't subscribe yet, you should probably also subscribe to help grow the channel so I can get to 1,000 subscribers. Maybe one day get paid for these arcade stick reviews so that I can actually afford to buy more of them. Anyways, this has been Beanie Thuggish for the YouTubes, signing out and saying peace.